Oh. All righty. Good evening for those of you who are here. If there's anyone besides me, might be talking to myself. Happened before. It'll happen again. All righty. Let's see what we got here. That's less than ideal. Let's see if this will work. All right. I don't know. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, I use random.org to run the randoms. It keeps a record of the random just so if there's any question about who or if the random was fair or not. I'm just double checking. And I'm going to cut and paste this into the sheet I linked earlier. Okay, that's right. Round 2, round 3. There's the link. Alrighty, quick rundown of who got what, and then we'll get to breaking. Fix this. So I'll just read the names that aren't me. Tom has the Astros. Jay De Tomaso has the Athletics, the Blue Jays, the Cubs, the Guardians, the Rays, the Royals, and Tigers. Fairchild 3 has Braves, Cardinals, and Nationals. Kobe's Cards with Brewers, and they're in here somewhere. I can't pick them out. I'll get back to that. Tom also has Diamondbacks and Phillies. Can with the Dodgers, the Reds, the Rockies. Jay Graff with Marlins and Orioles. Oh, and Kobe probably has the Yankees too. Yep, Kobe has the Yankees as well. Cool. Cool. All right, so the first one is, it's one hobby box, 2 megas. These are all for the neck. These, get these out of my way. So I don't know if you guys have seen Heritage Breaks yet. I know most of you have, but a lot more color, a lot more inserts, parallels. To me, it's a more fun Heritage product, but purists are up in arms that they've ruined Heritage with all the parallels. I just think it's more opportunity to hit pretty stuff for your players. All right, and away we go. Tilt that down a bit. That'll be easier. All right, first pack. Alec Burleson, earn run leaders, Drew Thorpe, Brooksley, Nolan Gorman, batting leaders, blue, paper parallel. We should get 4 to 6 of those in the box. And Andrew McCutcheon. Cantillo Guardians, Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets, Cody Bellinger, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Joey Loperfido, Jacob Wilson, another blue is this Ivan Herrera with the Cardinals, and Orlando Arcia. As always, Heritage is 1 auto, 1 relic per box. Hopefully we get an auto because autos are better. Ernie Banks, Nicky Lopez, Marcell Ozuna, Jake Rogers. That's a chrome. I put those in the wrong spot. It's a chrome of Freddie Freeman and an upside down blue of Richard Fitz. I think these are all just base cards. I don't believe they have any parallels or variations in the blue paper. I could be wrong. I'll check later when I can put on my grandpa glasses and figure it out. Next pack. Tyler Gentry, Hassan Kim, Edwin Diaz, Max Scherzer, Ronald Blanco, Aroldis Chapman, blue paper, Sam Aldegari, And Masataka Yoshida. That feels like it's something in it. Father and Son, the Bigios, Sedan Rafaela, Jock Peterson, Cade Smith, Jackson Churio, Tyler O'Neill, Jordan Westberg, and Lucas Erseg. Looks just like a regular old pack of cards. Oh, Jordan Westberg's a high number short print. In some of these boxes, the high numbers are flipped upside down. Others, they're not, and the inserts are flipped over. Looks like they just kind of did whatever they wanted, depending on who was on production line. Bobby Witt, Brandon Nimmo, Dustin Harris, Brady Singer, Yu Darsh. Nico Horner is a chrome. Mitch Spence is the blue sparkle. This is the hobby exclusive parallel. When we get to the megas, they have instead of blue paper, they have red paper, and instead of blue sparkle, they have silver sparkle. And there's also hangers, blasters, and fat packs have different sparkles. I think fat packs share them with blasters, not positive. Donovan Solano, batting leaders. Adrian Del Castro, Joensky Noel, Big Christmas. RBIs, Seiya Suzuki, Yosfer Zulueta is our blue paper. There's a refractor in there and an orange. That's pretty cool. Shota Imanaga, Joe Ryan, Richie Palacios, Shohei base, Ian Happ base, Hunter Brown base, our refractor, Blake Snell, and for catcher Tigers, this is Jake. Coolest mustache on earth. Jake Rogers for the Tigers. It's number 25, 19 of 25. Kershaw, Luciano, Profar, Jung-Ho Lee, Fireman, Chris Sale. That's I haven't seen these. Is that it has like a foil sheen on it. And I just put a bunch of cards in the wrong pile. And Nolan Jones, Blue Sparkle. Jairo Iriarte, Valente Belozo, Paul Goldschmidt, Aaron Nola, CJ Abrams, George Brett through the years, Jackson Merrill. Jackson Merrill is a short print, but he also has variations and whatnot. Yep, that's just the standard short print high number for Jackson. Julio Rodriguez, Mickey Mantle, Paul Skeens, Brooks Baldwin, Nacho Alvarez, I.W. Wells. These are about 2 per box. That's the notable Americans. Luis Severino on the Blue Sparkle, and Javier Assad. Josh Young, Christian Mena, Giancarlo Stanton, Jose Barrios, Chris Bryant, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Anthony Rizzo on the Blue Sparkle, and Roberto Clemente. Keibert Ruiz, Luis Guerrero, Luis Peralta, Jacob Young, Heston Kjerstad, Anthony Volpe on that's the 25 years of heritage, I believe. 25th anniversary card, Anthony Volpe. Wyatt Langford on the Blue Sparkle, and father and son big leaguers, the Clemens. Jonathan Clase, Eric Wagaman, Brandon Marsh, Dylan Cruz, rookie Juan Soto, Spencer Horowitz, Jake McCarthy, and Tarek Skubal. Daniel Schneeman. Haven't seen that one yet. Anthony Santander, Justin Verlander, Corbin Carroll, Emmanuel Clase, Luis Arias is a Chrome, Blue Sparkle for Drew Romo, and Nick Castellanos. Pablo Lopez, Christopher Morel, Sean Reynolds, Mark Vientos, Kumar Rocker rookie card, William Contreras on the I forget the name of that. I apologize. Spencer Arrighetti on the blue paper, and DJ Hers on space. Marcus Semien, father, son again. We're on to the holidays. Kevin Alcantara, Brandon Drury, Jonathan India. Got a Chrome Refractor, Jack Flaherty, Shane Bieber, and Jackson Holiday. That's our insert, our hit. Blake Dunn, Trevor McGill, Will Smith, have Alex Bregman, Blue Sparkle of Joe Adell, and this is a dual relic, which I believe is numbered. So Sandy Alcantara, Yuri Perez, numbered to 50 for the Marlins. I don't remember who it is. Marlins, congrats, Jay Graff. What'd I go and do with that? Apologize, just looking for something. One moment. I knew I had it somewhere. a stand. Trey Turner, Sean Burke, Griffin Conine, Randy Rosarena, Brett Rooker, Brendan Rogers, Lamont Wade, and Kyle Schwarber. So I have a big iPad in front of my face, so I have to read through the screen on the iPad, but there's also text on the iPad, which makes it especially challenging, for me anyway. I'll figure it out. Jake Berger, Victor Robles, Mel Ott, Isaac Paredes, Duke Ellis, P.T. Barnum, Notable Americans, J.D. Martinez on the Blue Sparkle, and Nick Sogard. Eric Sogard's long gone. Ronaldo Lopez, Kerry Carpenter, Jack Flaherty, Blake Snell, Andrew Haney, Max Fried, Blue Paper, Jonathan Classe, and Yusei Kikuchi. Tyler Phillips, Bob Gibson, Zach Geloff, Torkelson, Strami, Andrew Abbott is Chrome, Nolan Arenado, and Jake Cronenworth. Now, I haven't seen any sort of variation, and I believe they're falling at least one per box, so hopefully it's in here somewhere. Grant Holman, Jaden Hill, Ryan Weathers, George Kirby, Justin Henry Malloy, Garrett Cole, Freddie Peralta on the Blue Paper, Connor Norby base. Sean Manaea, Grant Holmes, Bradley Blaylock, Kevin Gossman, Hurston Waldrep, Matt Chapman, Chrome, Walker Bueller, and Ryan Bliss. All right. I'm going to flip through these base really fast just to see if I can pick anything up. Nothing in that stack. Now, I don't think you're guaranteed a variation, but I haven't seen many boxes in Heritage. Not this year, not many years where you don't have some sort of variation. A couple of the variations like cartoon are kind of hard to pick up if you don't know exactly what you're looking for on. idea how people read that. That might be the hardest code to read in a long time. This is the most exciting part of watching a break, is waiting for me to go through and figure out if I can see any variations that I didn't pick up the first time through. So how is everyone doing tonight? If there even isn't everyone. Got a few people in here, it looks like. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it. All right, I don't see a variation in any of these. I'm not saying it's not there. I just can't see any alternate codes, which is weird. That is a parallel there. That's a foil. Nice. I was going through looking for flipped bats. A couple of them are strange. Like you can't even really tell that. And now that I said that, I forgot I have one more stack of base right here to go through. Wow. Sorry, I have to get these right up next to my face to be able to see these numbers. These things are atrociously small. And on the old-timey paper, it makes it that much harder. Because some of these I can't, like the printing isn't even really clear with. No dice. All right. All right, and then on to the mega boxes. One of the things, and I like that Top started doing this. They started making alternate parallels for the different, and I don't know when exactly they started doing it, but so I mentioned it earlier. Instead of dark blue paper, we get red paper, and instead of blue sparkles, we get silver sparkles. 17 packs, I think. 17 packs, 8 cards per pack. I pre-ordered these. These megas came from Topps pre-order. I got one from the store, Target. Was it Target? Walmart. A lot of my packs had like 9 cards instead, so we'll see how it goes. Giancarlo Stanton, Jose Barrios, Riley Green, Zach Wheeler, Jose Miranda, Vaughn Grissom, Connor Wong, and Walter Pennington. Aaron Judge, Chris Sale, Max Muncy, Jake Eater, Pete Crow Armstrong on the Chrome, Joe Adell, Zebby Matthews, and Lance Lynn. I think that was a 9-card pack. I didn't count it. That's our Silver Sparkle, Zach DeCenzo, Kyle Tucker, Jared Jones, NL Home Runs, Luis Matos, and Yogi Berra. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, I thought it was way cooler than that. Shohei Ohtani, 25th anniversary card. I haven't seen a lot of these, but this one looks like it's foil as opposed to like a regular card. I'm not sure. I'll have to look to see if that's a parallel. Nolan Shanuel, Tyler Stevenson. There's our red, and it's Jackson Chourio. It's a decent red to hit. Congrats, Kobe's Cards. Rookie, Grant Holmes, Bradley Blaylock, Orelvis Martinez, Jorge Soler, Framber Valdez, Mitch Keller, Logan Gilbert, and Trey Lipscomb. Yeah, that's a 9-card pack. So I don't know if the inserts, the parallels, are just an extra card, or 17 times 8 is 136. So I don't know. I'm not going to complain. Jurickson, poor Braves. Nicky Lopez, Noelvi Marte, Carlos Correa, Wilson Contreras, Corbin Burns, Yuri Perez, and Josh Rojas. Silver Sparkle on top, Sedane Rafaela, Joe Ryan, Richie Palacios, Kyle Gibson, Mickey Moniak, Luis Robert Jr., Reese Hoskins, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Brian Ramos, and that's another 9-card pack with the parallel insert in it. Ryan Mountcastle, Cole Reagans, Michael King, Jameson Tyone, Michael Kopech, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Joey Ortiz, and Mason Wynn. Red paper. Oh, Tyler O'Neill, Yuki Matsui, stolen base leaders, Danny Jansen, Jaron Duran, Matt Chapman, ERA leaders, Aaron Judge, Rhett Lauder. Rob Refsnyder, Justin Robleski, Josh Hader, Yasmani Grandal, Freddie Freeman. That was just 2 Padres in a row. Vinny Pasquantino, Patrick Bailey, and victory leaders AL. Province, do you know the rate on the flipped bats? I don't recall it, but I seem to think it was kind of slim. Donovan Solano's the Silver Sparkle. Jordan Hicks, Willie Mays, Cedric Mullins, Marcelo Zuna, Nico Horner, Jeff McNeil is a Chrome, Kenley Jansen, another 9-card pack. So I think when you get the silver sparkles and the reds, it's just an extra card. It doesn't replace a card. Just more cards. And more cards are great. There's a refractor back there. It's a rookie. Hopefully it's someone nice. Cody Bellinger, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Luis Garcia, Michael Massey, Luis Arias, Drew Thorpe for the White Sox, rookie refractor. I don't believe those are numbered. They're not. It's a weird looking picture of Manny. And father and son. That's nice. Ryan Weathers, George Kirby, Nolan Jones, Anthony Rizzo, Mitchell Parker, Colton Cowser, Pedro Leon, O'Neill Cruz. You're not guaranteed a hit like a auto or a relic in these packs. You can hit them. I do not remember seeing what the case rate was on those or hit rate was. Big Christmas, Ellie De La Cruz, David Festa, Josh Lau, William Contreras, Eugenio Suarez is a Chrome, Devin Williams, Ryan Helsley. Yeah, I watched Kobe most of the 5 case. I don't remember seeing a bat flip. Aroldis Chapman on the red paper, Dustin Harris, Adrian Del Castillo, Zach Nito, Matt McLean, Royce Lewis, Richard Fitz, Jacob Herdebisi, and Logan O'Hoppe. Sparkle, Bobby Witt Jr. That's a good one. Brooks Baldwin, Wyatt Langford, Mitch Spence, Colt Keith, Edmundo Sosa, Nikola Tesla, Andres Jimenez, just the Chrome, and Kobe Mayo. Paul Goldschmidt, Paul Skeens, Drew Romo, JD Martinez, Luis Castillo, Raisel Iglesias, Josh Smith, Harrison Bader, and last pack first mega. Reese Olson. That's just a really dark red. Red paper. Willie Adames, Junior Caminero, Merrill Kelly, Garrett Crochet, Sandy Alcantara, Gabriel Marino, Jordan Lawler, Aaron Shunk. All right. Gotta put some of these away. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever hit anything that good out of a blaster. I used to buy way too many blasters and then be sad when I didn't have any good cards out of all my blasters. All right, one more mega. I hadn't collected cards for a long time. This is years ago. And I had quit before blasters were a thing and then came back when blasters were a thing. And so I didn't really understand the difference between blasters and hobby and HTA and all that stuff. And I spent so much money on 2007 Bowman Draft blasters. Got nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was very sad. I'm going to pull up that. I'm just pulling up the odds just to see if I can figure out what's like tops Heritage Baseball. Flipstock. Bat flip. Where's base cards? So in hobby, bat flips are, yikes, they're one every almost four cases. That's nuts. All right, first card, Nathan Eovaldi is the red paper. Xavier Edwards, Mitch Haniger, Jacob Young, Heston Kjerstad, Tarek Skubal, Nick Castellanos, Blake Dunn, Marcus Semien. Next pack, Christian Yelich, Kai Busch, Spencer Torkelson, Matt Strahm, Jacob deGrom, Ronald Acuna Jr., Pablo Lopez, and Christopher Morel. Gio Urshela, Cater Montero, Aaron Nola, Ian Happ, Andy Pages, Jonathan India is Chrome, Hassan Kim, and father and son are the Bigios again. Bo Naylor, Francisco Alvarez, Haney, Sagassi, Soderstrom, Bueller, Adley, and Brian King. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the one every four cases is the. Sorry, bat flip is one every 20 boxes, which is still good. But in a blaster, 640 packs. That's nuts in a blaster. Rafael Devers, red base, Sonny Gray, Christian Walker, Brendan Rodgers, Duke Ellis, Andrew Benintendi, Brujan, Weaver, and Rodriguez. All right. Levi Jordan, Tobias Myers, Gorman, Rooker, Herrera, Ramirez, Olsen, and Madden. Silver Sparkles, Marcus Semien, Gordon Graceffo, Dana, India, Lee, Zuleta, Peralta, Cease, and home run leaders. Fletcher, Collins, Drury, Alda Gary, have an Alejandro Kirk on the chrome, Jackson Merrill, and that's just a normal picture. Wilyer Abreu, Seth Lugo. That's actually crazy. In the hobby and the mega, we hit Jackson Merrill. That's like, you get, for each of the short prints, I think you get 4 in a hobby case. So to hit twice in a hobby box and a mega. Sparkle is Blake Dunn, Shane Baz, Max Fried, as a Yankee looks weird, Chivilli, Jose Quintana, notable Americans, Kumar Rocker, that's a good one for the Rangers. Eric Wagaman and Sheenman. Jonah Heim, Silver Sparkle, Jake Bloss, Marcelo Zuna, Jake Rogers, Robert Suarez. Jake Rogers has the best mustache. Looks like a high school janitor. Oh, that's a good color. We have Luis Guerrero, Tyler Gentry. Let's see if it can be someone fancy. One from Boston. Doesn't look like it's a rookie. Rafael Devers to 99. Red Sox. David Peterson, Tris Speaker, Alec Boehm, Mark Vientos, Kumar Rocker, Pete Alonso, Pete Fairbanks, Grant McRae. Kumar Rocker might be the sneaky rookie of this product. He was such a high value prospect a couple years back, and then he had 1 year where he was half hurt, and everyone forgot that he was a top prospect. Tovar Warren, Fireman Yoshida, Urseg, Shohei Ohtani. That is the reimagined. Is that what it is? I forget the name of this parallel. I think it's the reimagined. I'll have to look for it later. Tyler Phillips, Cabert Ruiz. Raldo Perdomo is our red. Useda, Butler, Shohei. Jung-Ho Lee. Jung-Ho Lee's killing it. Jake, the Clemens, Spencer, and Kerry Carpenter. 3 more packs to go in this break. Andres Jimenez, Jeff McNeil, RBI, Seiya, Nick Sogard, Yusei Kikuchi, Victor Robles, Reynaldo Lopez, Trevor McGill, is the Sparkle, Mason Montgomery, Eugenio Suarez, Brady Singer, Yu Darvish, Andrew McCutcheon, Kyle Schwarber, Brandon Drury on the Chrome, Jake Berger. A refractor back there for the Cubs. Will Benson, Carlos Santana, Jackson Churio, Tyler O'Neill, Alex Bregman, Kevin Alcantara, rookie refractor. I feel like he's been a rookie for 3 consecutive years. Trey Turner and Sean Burke. And the last one. Rendon, Blanco, Chapman, Hurts, Holiday, Ben Rice, Trevor McGill, Burleson, Ben Rice. That's a good one. He's off to a hot start. It's also a high number rookie. Yeah. So again, he's like, you get him once every 3 boxes. But I think his parallels are, for the high number cards, I think the parallels are more common than the base cards, which is interesting. All right, I'm going to do some quick sorting here. I'm not sure what the Shohei parallel is. I need to figure that out. Oh, all right. So this one, it's foil. They call it holographic. It's 1 every 97 packs, as opposed to the base of that set is 1 every 32 packs. I did not know that. I know that now. And knowing is half the battle. That is a refractor. There's the other one, the Chris Sale. Got a little bit of a ding on the corner, but we will go ahead and leave that. And that ding on the corner does not want to go into the top loader. All right, let's see what we got here. So red paper and blue paper, Churio, O'Neill, Olson, Chapman, Eovaldi, Devers, Peterson, Perdomo on the red, on the blue, Herrera, Hayes, Aldegari, Fitz, Zuleta, two Arrighettis. Oh no, Aldegari and Arrighetti, two different guys. Clase and Freddie Peralta. Sparkles of silvers, DeZenzo, Sedane, Solano, Bobby Witt Jr., probably the best one. Semyon, Blake Dunn, Jonah Heim, Trevor McGill on the silvers. On the blues, Joe Adele, JD Martinez, Roma, Wyatt Langford might be the best one there. Rizzo, Severino, Nolan Jones, and Spence. Add some chromes. Brandon Drury, Freddie Freeman, Horner, Arias, Abbott, Chapman, Armstrong, McNeil, Suarez, Jimenez, India, Kirk, and Kumar Rocker. Probably the best one there. And refractors. Blake Snell, Jack Flaherty, Drew Thorpe, Kevin Alcantara. We had the two holographic, Dodgers and the Braves, Sale and Ohtani. Go ahead and sleeve Mr. Merrill just because we have to respect the short print, respect the Padres. Two decent colors. Jake Rogers, 25, Devers, 99, and the big hit, and I think that was Jake Graff. Let me double check that. The biggest hit out of that is the dual relic to 50 for the Marlins. Jake Graff. Congrats, sir. I'm worried that's going to fall. All right. On to this pile of stuff. I'm actually going to take a quick break, use the restroom, get my be right back sign. Alrighty, we are back. Three minutes early. Let's see here. Interesting. I'm just looking for. All right, it's not there anymore. All right, I'm having trouble seeing the teams who has what, but we'll roll with it. Sorry, show that. Alrighty. Starting out with Mr. Skeens. Baldwin, Martinez, Langford, Iglesias, Waldron, Bader, Smith. Waldron's a high number short print. I think in the Mega I opened, I got 2 or 3 high numbers. So they're in here. Profar, Lopez, Correa, Caminero, Burns, Crochet, Perez, and Rojas. Silver Sparkle, Jack Leiter, not bad. Will Smith. Joe Ryan, Palacios, Marte, Hoskins, Contreras, Guerrero, and Ramos. I wonder if that will maybe we'll see it now. Now I can see them, but it's still not very easy to figure out who has what. All right. Del Castillo, Noel, Moniac, Contreras, Robert, Cater Montero is a chrome, Walters and Helsley. Red, Marcelo Zuna. Nemo, Harris, Festa, Gibson, Royce Lewis, Josh Lau, Jacob Herdebisi, Devin Williams. Peterson, Smith, Zach Nito, Ellie De La Cruz, Campero, McLean, Diaz, O'Hoppy. Peralta, Harper, Cannon, Diaz, Martinez, Jason Dominguez is a high number, Taj Bradley, Cavadas. Red is AL, Major League leading fireman, Helsley, and Class A. Gibson, Geloff, Churio, Donovan, Biggie, Urshela on the chrome, Cantillo, Acuna. Jake Rogers and his mustache on the red, Willie Adames, Paul Goldschmidt, Merrill Kelly, Drew Romo, Alcantara, Castillo, Lawler, and Shunk. Robleski, Grandal, Danny Jansen, Nico Horner, Freddie Freeman, Dylan Cruz. Sorry, that's a good one. Dylan Cruz. That's the holographic foil one that I was confused by last time. Silver Sparkle is Grant Holman, Willie Mays, Rob Refsnyder, Cedric Mullins, Josh Hader, Arias. Batting leaders, Jackson Merrill on the chrome, and Patrick Bailey. Yamamoto, Hicks, Garcia, Grissom, Massey, Paul Skeens on the redefined. That's what that one is. Kenley Jansen, Hunter Fiducia. Aaron Nola on red paper. Barrios, Bellinger, Wheeler, Keller, Miranda, Fry, Machado, and the Guerreros. Bradley Blaylock. I've hit that light 3 times now. Bradley Blaylock, Giancarlo Stanton, Soler, Green, Cowser, Framber, Wong, and Pennington. 3 packs to go. Mickey Mantle on the Sparkle, George Kirby, Grant Holmes, Anthony Rizzo, Orelvis Martinez, Mitchell Parker, Randy Rosarena on the refractor, O'Neill Cruz and Trey Lipscomb. Two more packs, first box. Julio Rodriguez on the Sparkle, Diaz, Scherzer, Meyer, Miller, Duran, Mead, Hunter Green, Buxton. And last pack, first mega, is Ryan Weathers, Mitch Spence, Nolan Jones, Colt Keith, Edmundo Sosa, Brandon Marsh, and all his long-haired, bearded glory, Kobe Mayo, and Pedro Leon. All right, 1 mega down. Nothing in the box. First pack, make it 2. Edwards, Haniger, Kerstead, Blanco, Castellanos, DJ Hertz, Marcus Semien, Trevor McGill. Descenzo Red, Tris Speaker, Alec Boehm, Clase, Vientos, Zuleta, Peralta, Cease, and home run leaders. The triple, the multiplayer cards, those will get distributed as evenly as possible across the teams as opposed to rounding. If it's a parallel, it'll get randomed. Fletcher, Collins, Kumar Rocker, Drury, Herrera, Ramirez, Lawrence Butler on the Chrome, and Quad. No, that's Matt Olson. Thought that was Strider for a moment. Graceffo, Dana, India, Brooks Lee, Benatendi, Bruhan, Ty Madden, Yario Rodriguez. Brady Singer is red paper. Abanez, Nick York, Swanson, Ramos, Lopez, Roki Sasaki. I feel that's the first one I've seen of him today. It's not a bad one. Kate Povich and Shea Whitcomb. I don't think I've seen the James Wood yet today. Sparkle, Clayton Kershaw. Jordan, Gorman, Rooker, Sagasi. Griffin Conine on the refractor. Justin Steele, Luke Weaver, Adley Rushman. Mr. Sasaki in his league. Myers, Gray, Rogers, Ellis, Soderstrom, Raldo Perdomo. That's the bicentennial numbered out of 200. He's 024 out of 200. That's a nice one. Otani Machado, Adames. That will likely get randomed. So on a card like this, I know I have the Padres. I'm not sure if anyone bought the Brewers. If no one bought the Brewers and I have both of these, I'll just give them to the Dodgers because that's the way I do it. Walker, Naylor, Haney, Fried, Chivilli, Quintana, Wagaman, Schneeman. Alvarez, Baz, Torkelson, Strami, Jake DeGrom, Mason Wynn. That's one of the Heritage anniversary cards. It's a cool card. Ezekiel Tovar is Chrome, and Pablo Lopez. Sparkle, Marco Luciano, Yelich, Bush, Young, Acuna, Skubal, Bailey Ober, Christopher Morel, Blake Dunn. 6 packs to go in this mega. Sanoja, Crawford, Horowitz, Carroll, Fairbanks, Alda Gary, Michael Harris II, Seth Lugo. Joey Gallo, Austin Riley. Strikeout leaders, Porter Hodge, Stan Musial, Gunnar Henderson, Mike Burrows, Darren Baker. Sparkle, here's another one. So Blue Jays, Yankees, and Royals. Again, if I know someone bought the Yankees, I don't know about the Royals or the Blue Jays. If I have Royals and Blue Jays, I just give it to the Yankees. Dingler, Stott, Bachar, Polanco, Altuve, Reynolds, Casas, and Perez. James Wood, Hank Aaron, Ozzy Albies, Shohei, Ginn, Mikolas Tatis, and the Bakers. Someone did buy the Nationals. Yu Darvish on the red, Tanner Houck, Jace Young, Luis Hill, Adele Amador, David Peterson, Edwin Uceta on the chrome, River Ryan, Brian Bayo. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see your question. So it's so if I can get it to focus. This set of numbers right here, it says 1776 to 1976 because of the bicentennial in 76 when this is the original set from. And then the actual serial up here is 024 to 200. So all of those cards in that parallel, they say 1976 or 1776 to 1976, and then they're actually numbered to 200 somewhere. Enriquez, Birdsong, Wagner, Schwellenbach, Eovaldi, Perdomo, Grant McRae, and stolen base leaders. Last pack, second mega. Shota on the Sparkle. Victories, Madrigal, Goodman, Soto, Naylor, Lonzo, Martha Washington, and Wilyer Abreu. Tucked up there. Pack 1, Mega 3. Starting out with Ryan Jeffers on red paper. Uceta, Butler, Jung-Ho Lee, Fireman, Cronenworth, the Clemens, Carpenter, and Ruiz. Tovar, Warren, Ozuna, Yoshida, Urseg, Hoffman, Tyler Phillips, Luis Guerrero. Sparkle is Tyler Gentry. Bloss, Urshela, Rogers, and his mustache again. Aaron Nola, Suarez, RBIs, Gentry, and Kim. Montero, Marsh, Abrams, Nacho Alvarez, Ian Happ, Andy Pajes, Santana, and the Bigios. Jacob Young, wrong national. Dylan Cruz, correct national. Santander, Malloy, Cole, Conforto, strikeouts. Rafaela, Bobby Witt Jr. Ha-Sung Kim on the Sparkle. Sean Reynolds. The Holidays, Bryant, Bliss, Clemente. Notable Americans, Imanaga, Kershaw. Alcantara, Will Smith, Jazz Chisholm, Loperfido, Arcia, Joe, Luciano, Julio. Heston Kjerstad on the paper. Tyler Fitzgerald. ERA Wilson, Greg Jones, Rail Muto, Bo Bichette on the chrome. Mickey Mantle, Ernie Banks. Back-to-back old dudes. About halfway through this one. Drew Thorpe, Conine, Iglesias, Garcia, Varsho, Seth Brown, Arrighetti, Iriarte, Rosarena. That's a nice one. Mike Trout, Spencer Steer, Brenton Doyle, Valente Bellozo. There's a Clubhouse collection. It's a gold. It's an Oriole. Jordan Westberg. Ooh, that's hand numbered. I haven't seen that. That's pretty cool. Hand numbered Jordan Westberg to 99. Clubhouse collection relic. We'll give him a little place to sit here for a while. Congrats to whoever grabbed the Orioles. For some reason I can't pull up that list easily. There's probably an easy way to do it. I haven't figured it out yet. Albert Suarez, Melot, Paredes, Castro, Caballeros, Jaden Hill, and another one, the Braves, the Phillies, and the Cubs. That's a refractor. Again, if it's just me and someone else, I will give it to someone else. But I'll have to figure that out later on. Flaherty, Snell, Hernandez, Hines, Gurriel, Lane Thomas, Sean Nania, Josh Young. Ronel Blanco. I really want to see like one of the rookies or big name in the parallels. Bob Gibson, Geloff, Churio, Lindor, Mason Montgomery is our chrome there. Manoa, Mena, Cantillo. 4 more to go in this box. Verlander, Gossman, Waldrop, Assad, Norby, Bichette, Solano. Batting leaders. Peralta, Diaz, Donovan. I need to figure out how to say the guy's name. Biggie, Bij. Diaz, Schwellenbach, the redefined. Acuna and Bradley. Father and son big leaguers. Those are the Bigios again. The Bigios. Max Scherzer, Jock Peterson, Bryce Harper, Jonathan Cannon, Martinez, Duran, Cavadas, and Green. Last pack, third mega. Cade Smith, Nimmo, Meyer, Miller, Mead, Campero, Buxton, Diaz. All right. Put these away. So I'm really hoping that the variations are flipped like I've seen them elsewhere. Otherwise, I could be skipping over variations, and they're just fun to look at. Empty box. All right. Pack 1, Mega 4. I'm a sucker for the Megas with the all the weird parallels. Brent Rooker is our red. Profar, Lopez, Caminero, Kelly, Crochet, Alcantara, Lawler, and Shunk. Just had the one numbered. No, we got the whatever that is, the relic as well. Adames, Goldschmidt, Romo, Martinez, Castillo, Iglesias, Bader, and Smith. Seems really difficult to do things that way. All right. Miles Mikolas on the Silver Sparkle. Skeens, Baldwin, Langford, Spence, Colt, Keith, Kai Bush is our Chrome. Kai Bush is a rookie. He's not Sasaki. He's not Wood. There we go. That's weird. I couldn't see it that way either. Okay. Weathers, Kirby Jones, Sosa, Mitchell Parker. This is a high print, high number card. That's the first time I've seen it. There's two of these. There's one with the Dodgers beating the Yankees, and I think there might be just a Dodgers one. O'Neill Cruz and Trey Lipscomb. Brendan Rodgers on the red. Grant Holmes, Bradley Blaylock, Rizzo, Martinez, Cowser, Valdez, Wong, and Pennington. Stanton, Barrios, Soler, Green, Keller, Miranda, Machado, and the Guerreros. Robles, Bellinger, Yamamoto, Wheeler, Garcia, Grissom, Massey, and Jansen. Oh, Province, you have like half the teams. Not half the teams, but you have 4 spots. It's going to make it easier. Hicks, Mullins, Arias. Batting leaders, Yelich on the Chrome, Kwan, Fiducia, and Bailey. Duke Ellis on red paper. Mays, Ref Snyder, Hader, Grandal, Horner, Freeman, Victories, and Judge. Robleski, Matsui, Danny Jansen, Duran, Chapman, ERA, Louder, Ortiz. Stolen bases, Mountcastle, Reagans, King, Taillon, Kopech, Wynn, Chanuel. Reynaldo Lopez on the Sparkle. Tucker, home runs, Swanson, Matos, Nick Martinez, refractor for the Reds, Parker Meadows, Tyler Stevenson. Penny sleeves were fighting, sorry. Five more packs to go. Jones, Muncy, Ramos, Ader Lopez, Xavier Edwards on the just looks awfully dark. Matthews and Lynn. Sal Frelick, red paper. Judge Sale, strikeouts, Porter Hodge, Roki Sasaki, Stam Usual, Povich, Shea Whitcomb. Flip those over. Any more? Ibanez, York, Bachar, Polanco, Henderson, Anthony Volpe. That's the 25th anniversary. Burrows and Baker. Kerry Carpenter, Sparkle. Joey Gallo, Riley, Hank Aaron, Ozzy Albies, Altuve, Luzardo, Casas, and Perez. And last pack, fourth mega, Dingler, Stott, Jung, Gill, Reynolds. This is another one of the foil. Mark McGuire, Tatis, and the Bakers. All right. Last mega. After I put this stack of cards away. Jimenez, McNeil, Suzuki, Otani, Sogard, Kikuchi, Lopez, and that's Tris Speaker, 109 out of 150. Boston Red Sox. Oh, good for your home. Go to your home. Sparkle is Guerrero, Suarez, Yu Darvish, RBIs, McCutchen, Schwarber, Will Benson on the chrome, Jake Berger, Victor Robles, Caden Dana, Jordan, Rooker, Rogers, Herrera, Ramirez, King, and Hayes. Ketel Marte on the Sparkle. Sure, that's just one card. Ketel Marte on the Sparkle. Graceffo, Lee, Gorman, Peralta, John Dewey, Gavin Sheets, Yara Rodriguez, Adley Rushman. Dominic Fletcher, Isaac Collins, Drury, India, Zuleta, Ty Madden, Luke Weaver, it's Mitch Haniger on the chrome. Max Fried in the wrong uniform. Tris Speaker, Alec Boehm, Vientos, Rocker, Fairbanks, Alden Gary, home runs, Olsen. Sonoha, Crawford, Carroll, Clase, Naylor, Alonzo, Lugo, Cease. Tyler Phillips on the Sparkle. Sale, Madrigal, Horowitz, Eovaldi, Perdomo, Gallon, stolen bases, and Abreu. Edgardo Henriquez, Hayden Birdsong, Goodman, Soto, Amador, Peterson, Bayo, Andrew Haney, James Wood, Tanner Houck, Wagner, Schwellenbach, Shohei, JT Ginn, Zach Gallen is Chrome, and I just threw River Ryan. I apologize. I threw him twice. Santana, Montgomery, O'Neill, Singer, Bregman, Brett, Marte, and Burke. Matt Strom on the red paper. Rendon, Benson, Churio, Hertz, Holiday, and that. We finally got something here. Pretty sure this is a cartoon variation. I need to find a first baseman. Burleson and Turner. Of course, I don't have any first baseman. Second. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So if you haven't seen the cartoon, that's the cartoon. Matt Olson's cartoon is different. That's the cartoon variation that occurs. I don't know how often. But it is a variation. Edwards, Haniger, Blanco, Chapman, Skubal, Castellanos, Dunn, and Trevor McGill. Four more packs for the Mega, and then we're on to hobbies. Keibert Ruiz on the Sparkle. Yelich, Kai Bush, Jacob Young, Kerstad, DeGrom, Acuna, Tyler Fitzgerald on the Refractor, Marcus Semien. Alvarez, Baz, Strom, Chavilli, Quintana, Rendon is a Chrome, Bednar, and Morel. Walker, Naylor, Freed, Torkelson, Sagasi, Soderstrom, Schneeman, Pablo Lopez. Last pack from the Megas, and then we're on to the hobby boxes. Spencer Torkelson, who's making a comeback. He's been playing well. Tobias Myers, Sonny Gray, Duke Ellis, Haney, Benintendi, Brujan, Clase, and Wagaman. All right. So in 5 of those boxes, got 1 blue, the gold. Actually, that's not gold. What is that? Numbered to 99. Maybe that is gold. The hand-numbered relic and the image variation. All right. I'm going to take a 2-minute break really quick. I will be right back. Alrighty, on to hobby. There. All right. Pedro Leon, Cruz, Mountcastle, Tucker, Caballero, Jeff Hoffman on the blue sparkle. We're into the different sparkles now. And Freddie Freeman. Lipscomb, Bigios, Jones, Judge, Hernandez, Hines, Ryan Bliss on the blue paper, Matt Chapman. Lawler, Shunk, Ref Snyder, Greg Jones, Jose Iglesias, Manny Machado on the foil hollow variation, and Clase is our blue sparkle, Luis Arias. Rojas, Hicks, Mays, Sloper, Fido, Wilson, Nemo is a refractor, Volpe, and Massey. Ramos, Perez, Bellinger, Yamamoto, Chisholm, Jack Flaherty on the black paper. I think those are still incredibly rare. Norby on blue paper, Von Grissom. I'm running out of stacks here. Vladdy, Stanton, Barrios, Waldrep, Bryant, Rooker, Corbin Carroll on the sparkle, Miranda. Hunter Fiducia, Bailey, Stott, Wood, Nito, Cruz, Abbott, and Matos. The Guerreros, Jansen, Riley, Dingler, Meyer, Miller, Clemente on the blue paper, Michael Kopech. Pennington, Machado, York, Gallo, Harper, Cannon, Vientos on the sparkle, Tyone. Connor Wong, Sale, Banez, Churio, Donovan, Duke Ellis, Chrome, Darnode, and earned run average leaders. Buxton, Diaz, Baldwin, Nola, Abrams, Bobby Witt, Spencer Horowitz on the sparkle, Colton Cowser. Hunter Green, Goldschmidt, Skeens, Ozuna, Rogers, Spencer Strider on Chrome, David Fry, Mitchell Parker. Taj Bradley, Cavadas, Lopez, Adamas, Jung-Ho Lee, Fireman, Strikeouts, Blue, Royals, Mariners, and Tigers, Sosa. Cantillo, Acuna, Palacios, Profar, Shohei, Andrew Jackson, Juan Soto on the Sparkle. It's not a horrible name. Colt Keith. Still looking for a relic or an auto out of a hobby box. Williams, Helsley, Holmes, Blaylock, Cole, Gossman, Melendez, and Keller. Oh, Hoppy, Hurtubise, Weathers, Kirby, Alvarez, Malloy, Assad on the blue, Rainbow Valdez, Bromber Valdez, Josh Young, Mena, Big Christmas, Joe Ryan, RBI is Seiya, Waldron Iglesias, Mania Harris, Castillo, Singer, Darvish, Fairbanks, Conforto on the blue, Castillo, Holman, Hill, Churio, Tyler O'Neill, got a dual patch. Freddie Freeman and Max Muncy for the Dodgers. Devers on the blue Sparkle. Someone had to buy the Dodgers. I'm sure of it. I don't know. I think Dodgers went unclaimed. Five more packs. Box one. Got a refractor. Ooh, we got two refractors. Mickey Mantle, Cade Smith, Brandon Nimmo. Cade Smith, Guardians. Andrew Walters, Garrett Crochet. A pitcher for the Giants. Hayden Birdsong to 50. Not too shabby. K. Smith, refractor. Yankees. Guerrero, Rodriguez, Peterson, Kerstad, Blanco, Aaron Judge on the redefined, Michael Harris the second, and Corbin Burns. Three more packs. Brian Hayes, Edwin Diaz, Scherzer, Strami, Young, Alonso. Alonso is a chrome. Goodman's a sparkle. Contreras. Smith, Mayo. Stolen bases, Steer, Castro, James Wood is the 25th anniversary. And Luis Severino, Nico Horner. Last pack, box one. Harrison Bader, Robleski, Matsui, Adolis Garcia, Mike Trout. Brendan Rodgers is chrome. Justin Steele is blue. And a league leaders card. into box 2. Kobe Mayo, Leon, Dana, Jordan, Martinez, Soler, Mikolas Bliss, Harrison Bader, Smith, Collins, Graceffo, Jones, Rizzo, Jake the Rake, and Connor Norby. Lawler, Shunk, Bohm, Fletcher, Langford, Spence, Evan Carter on the blue sparkle. That's a cool looking card with a blue jersey, powder blue. Assad, Rojas, Crawford, Speaker, Romo, Martinez, JT Guinness, the Chrome, Adele, and league leaders. Ramos, Perez, Madrigal, Snowhawk, Caminero, Merrill Kelly, Joe Adele on the blue paper. Michael Conforto. Herdabisi, Williams, Enriquez, Marte. Got a blue refractor back there. Pasquantino, Hat, Herdabisi, Williams, Enriquez, Nolan Ryan on the redefined. Marlins are Griffin Conine, 31 out of 150. Blue refractor. Oh, Hoppy, James Wood, Tanner Houck, Gibson, Moniak, Locklear Chrome, Kikuchi Blue, leaders. Buxton, Diaz, Stott, De La Cruz, Festa, Ken Griffey, that's the hollow for the Mariners. Porter Hodge on the sparkle, Robert Suarez. Is he no. I think Suarez was high number and 24 high number. Green, Riley, Dingler, Miller, Zach Neto, Zach DeCenzo on the refractor, Logan Gilbert, Lucas Urseg. Helsley, Guerrero, Birdsong, Victories, Correa, Franklin, Luke Bashar for the Marlins on the sparkle, Andy Pahis on the base. Luis Angel, Sale, Ibanez, Brendan Donovan, Harper, Shohei Ohtani. That's probably one of the best chromes we've hit. Ohtani. Strikeout leaders. Braves, Padres, and the Phillies. Blue sparkled. Pete Alonso. Mena, Cantillo, Jones, Judge, Hines, Churio, Moreno, and Naylor. Manaya Young, Josh Young, Mountcastle Tucker, Caballero Hernandez, Kyle Schwarber, blue paper, Perdomo base, Holman Hill, stolen bases, Steer, Castro, McGuire, Helio Ramos on the blue sparkle, Nathan Eovaldi, Mantle, Robleski, Matsui, Garcia, Mike Trout, Brian Reynolds, Chrome, Manoah Peterson, Bradley Cavadas, York, Gallo Cannon, Max Meyer, Nick Sogard on the blue paper, Pete Fairbanks. So on the iPad, the camera's offset. So this feels like the middle, but that's the middle. Strange. Belozo, Rodriguez, Mays, Refsnyder, Iglesias. Got a buyback of Clyde Wright from the Rangers. This card is perfectly cut. PSA 10 guaranteed. Oh, maybe a PSA 9. Andrew McCutchen and Adele Amador. Ernie Banks, Iriarte, Yamamoto, Hicks, Jones. Notable Americans, Brandon Lau on the Sparkle, JT Ginn. Kershaw, Luciano, Barrios, Bellinger, Loper, Fido, Wilson, Fitz, and Shohei. Still looking. No, we got our relic. No, we didn't. I think that was the last box. I'll figure it out. Shota, Blaylock, Stanton, Bryant, Chisholm, Jose Altuve on the chrome, Pasquatch on the blue paper, Brian Reynolds. Kirby, Holmes, Gossman, Waldrep, Jackson, Merrill, game use memorabilia, clubhouse collection. Max Muncy on the Sparkle, Altuve. Three more to go. Batting leaders, Baldwin, Weathers, Malloy, Cole, Edwin Diaz on the refractor, Arrighetti, Henderson, Witt, Solano, Skeens, Abrams, Alvarez. Yeah, that's the base of that Ohtani that was confusing me earlier. Bregman and Musial. Last pack, second box. Rafaela, Adames, Goldschmidt, Rogers, Nola, Gunnar Henderson on the chrome, Dansby Swanson on the sparkle, and another rookie. All right. I apologize. I need to step away for one more minute. My daughter's going to bed. I need to say goodnight. I will. Alrighty, back for home stretch. One last hobby box. Hoping we find an auto in this one. Because breaks just aren't breaks without autos. All right. Helsley Tucker. Jones Hines Churio. Schwarber's Chrome. Benintendi on the blue paper. Gleyber Torres. Okay. These put away in the last box. Herta BC Williams, Caballero, Hernandez. There's our relic already. Logan Gilbert, Jorge Soler, and Brenton Doyle. That's a bummer. 3 relics, 3 boxes. Brown, Ohapi, stolen base leaders, Mountcastle, Steer, Castro, Albert Suarez, Refractor, Strider. Buxton, Diaz, Matsui, Garcia, Trout, Schwellenbach, Jose Ramirez, blue paper, Dalton Varsho. Hunter Green, Ref Snyder, Wrobleski, Iglesias, Blake Snell, black paper, Chrome on the earned run, ERA leaders, Martinez on the sparkle. Bradley, Cavadas, Hicks, Mays, Jones. Nickname, that's a good one. Nicknames are, I think those are 1 a case or 1 every 20 boxes. So someone bought the Mets. Forget who, but that's a nice one. I thought someone had the Mets. I'll figure it out at some point. Leon Cruz, Houck, Enriquez, Moniac, Marte, Vidal, Brujan. paper. Gilbert Diaz. Baker, Casas, Rendon, Benson. Home run leaders Swanson, Kwan, and Crochet. Pennington, Madrigal, Sonoha, Caminero, Kelly, Kopech, Chrome, Wheeler, Sparkle, Duran. Lipscomb, Wong, Birdsong, Victory Leaders, Correa, Lau, Martinez. Our refractor is that Julio? Nope, it's Randy. Randy Arozarena, 150. I can't really read that number. 30 of 150 on Randy. Victory Leaders, Graceffo, Dana, Martinez, Soler, Luis Matos on the Chrome, Soderstrom paper, Royce Lewis. Fiducia, Bailey, Collins, Jones, Rizzo, Verlander, Giants. That's another one of those hollow foil. Luis Garcia Jr., McLean. Judge, Louder, Jordan, Green, Wheeler, Mason Wynn, Marte, Josh Lau. Shea Whitcomb, Burrows, Edwards, Haniger, King. There's another one of the cards numbered to 200. Mason Wynn, 178 of 200. Gabriel Moreno, Corbin Burns. $10 packs to go. Smith, Mayo, Wood, Festa, Gibson, Eric Getty on the Sparkles. Hunter. Don't know how to say that guy's name. Need to figure it out. Bader, Dingler, Stott, Nito, De La Cruz, Tyone on the Chrome, Griffin Jacks, Lindor. 8 packs to go. Lawler, Shunk, Gallo, Riley, Meyer, Miller, Manoa blue paper, Lane Thomas. Yuri Perez, Rojas, Ibanez, York, Cannon, Thurgood Marshall, Riley Green, Blue Sparkle, Gurriel. Lance Lynn, Povich, Yelich, Bush, Duran, Reagans, Hader, Blue Sparkle, Wilson Contreras, 5 to go. Zebby Matthews. That looks like it should be a something, but it isn't. Alvarez, Baz, Grandal, Danny Jansen, Chrome, Yogi Berra. Dodgers beat the Yankees. That's that card I was talking about earlier. And Brewers, or Hoskins. Shanuel, Stevenson, Walker, Naylor, Mullins, Hader, Chavilli on blue paper, Luis Robert Jr., Ortiz, Wynn, Myers, Gray, Garcia, Jackie Robinson, Cedric Mullins, Blue Sparkle, William Contreras, 2 to go. And then after I do this, I'm going to go through I'll do a quick recap, but I'll pull out all the the league leaders, try and figure out what I need to random or what just goes to the teams. Guerrero Ramos, Aaron Judge, Chris Sale, Brendan Donovan, Bryce Harper, Jack Leiter, George Springer. Last pack. Let's see what we can get. And Phillips, Carpenter, Quintana, Chivilli, Soderstrom, David Bednar. Is he just a high number? He's a high number. Eric Wagaman and Raisel Iglesias. All right, let me get these out the way. All right, let's see what we got here in the way of interesting stuff. So the rookies, Wood cleaned up. There's another Cruz in there somewhere, but 5 Wood, 3 Sasaki, and I know there's at least one more Cruz from the Mega that I didn't pull. Look at the color paper. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we hit a lot of really good names in this. That one needs to be dealt with. The sparkles, the blues, Green, Ergetti, Garcia, Wheeler, Soler, Swanson, strikeout leaders. Soto is a decent name. Corbin Carroll is decent. Shota, Kershaw, Julio, that's not bad. Mickey, Leiter. Chrome. So I know a lot of people are irritated with how much parallels there are in this set this year. I like it. Gunner, Shohei. They're all chrome. Merrill's a good chrome. All right, let's look at hits. Start with these. The refractors: Suarez, Diaz, DeCenzo, Smith, Nimmo, Fitzgerald, Martinez. Got a team leader card or a league leader card. These are the foil. These are about 1 every 4 boxes, which is about right. 3 boxes and a couple megas. Verlander, Griffey, Machado, McGuire, Dylan Cruz. That's a cool Dylan Cruz card. think these are one every 97, which is just over one every. Oh yeah, so that's the way it works. It's 3 out of every 4 boxes you get a base card of that. Then you get a foil on the other side. Mason Wynn, numbered to 200. It's a nickname variation for Mr. Lindor. It's a throwback. Perdomo, numbered to 200. It's pretty cool. Got a cartoon variation, Mr. Olson. We ended up with 4 relics. We got one out of the Megas, which was the best relic, I think. So Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy goes to the Dodgers. Jackson Merrill and Logan Gilbert. Black paper is still rare. It's still, I believe, supposed to be numbered to 50. Snell and Flaherty both go to the Dodgers. And our color got Tris Speaker, Rosarena, and Conine all to 150. Hayden Birdsong to 50. Of course, we had this one. This was out of the Mega. Hand numbered to 99. I don't remember that last year, but what do I know? 3. All right, I got to figure out these cards. Orders. So Cubs, Phillies, and Braves. Cubs, Phillies, Braves. So the only one that was purchased was the Phillies. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to Philadelphia. Tigers, Astros, Astros. I don't think I saw Tigers. No Tigers. So that goes to Houston Astros. Royals, Blue Jays, and Yankees. Royals, Blue Jays, and Yankees. Yankees definitely purchased. And that's going to be another just straight to the Yankees. Braves, San Diego, and Phillies. Let's go into the Phillies. I think Brewers purchased. Yeah. Indians and Guardians and Cardinals. I don't believe either of them were purchased. Guardians, Cardinals. 4, 5, 6, 9. Guardians and Cardinals. I'll verify that. Dodgers, Brewers, Padres. Someone had the Brewers. Tigers, Royals, and Mariners. Tigers, Royals, Mariners. Goes to Milwaukee. Alrighty. I believe that's it and that's all. I appreciate everyone who bought in. Appreciate those who dropped in. It was fun. I love opening cards and talking about them because I'm weird. All right. Thank you very much. I will see you all next time.